Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us on this very special occasion. Special thanks to Shelley Glover, who is the Parliamentary Secretary for the Minister of Finance, to the Minister of Finance, and Ursula Menke, who is the Commissioner of the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada. We're delighted to have you here, along with some other special guests. At a time when Canadians are grappling with record household debt levels, financial literacy is top of mind. Canada's 106,000 realtors know the critical importance of empowering Canadians to make informed decisions about home ownership. Realtors experience it firsthand every day with their clients, knowing how much house one can reasonably afford, knowing the difference between mortgage products and how to avoid prepayment penalty pitfalls, knowing the government programs that help make home ownership a more affordable reality for first-time buyers, and knowing the costs involved in purchasing a home. To borrow a phrase from our collaborator, the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada, it pays to know. A recent NANO survey shows young adults in particular are demanding this information at a time in their lives when they're preparing to purchase their first home. In fact, 70%, I'd like to highlight that, 70% between the ages of 18 to 29 see a major need in having more information available to Canadians about the financial aspects of home ownership. A home is a major asset, and for most Canadians is the single largest investment they will ever make. Most buyers finance their purchase using some form of credit. While home ownership can be a significant source of equity over the long term, Canadians need to remain vigilant about their finances at this critical decision point in their lives. Many homeowners with locked-in rates may not feel the impact of market fluctuations until their mortgages come due for renewal. Buying a home is always a big decision, whether it is your first or your second or your fourth time or fourth home. It is a big investment that warrants careful financial consideration, financial planning, and most importantly, understanding. And that's why we're here today, to arm Canadians with a new financial literacy resource called the Homebuyers Roadmap. We're proud to have collaborated with the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada to help Canadians navigate the complexities of purchasing a home so they can anticipate, understand, and make informed financial decisions. The roadmap outlines the financial aspects of the home buying process, mortgage options, as well as the importance of negotiating with lenders and researching government programs. It is available in print and electronically. Now, it's my pleasure to turn it over to the Parliamentary Secretary to the Finance Minister, Shelley Glover.
I'm especially pleased to be here sharing this wonderful opportunity with our Commissioner, Ursula Menke, whom I've worked with many, many times before, and I continue to be just thrilled with all of these wonderful ideas that she comes up with. So this has been a very, very busy month for FCAC in light of National Financial Literacy Month and the hundreds of activities like this one that have taken place coast to coast. And as the government's lead agent on financial literacy, as much as they rise to the challenge at every turn, they must be looking forward to December, maybe a little bit of a break, when they can take stock of this whirlwind month and celebrate the collective successes of the many partners, groups, and associations they collaborate with. Of course, the Canadian Real Estate Association is one of those very important groups. Grâce à des événements comme celui-ci, j'ai constaté le grand nombre d'intervenants requis pour rehausser le bien-être financier des gens. Notre monde étant de plus en plus complexe, il est essentiel d'aider les Canadiens et les Canadiennes à planifier leur avenir, à prendre les bonnes décisions et à assurer la sécurité financière des gens qui leur sont chers. I want to applaud CREA for taking time this month to focus on what is, for most Canadians, the single largest financial decision of their lives. And this is exactly what Gary said earlier. And I have to agree, 5 children, this is for them the most important decision in their financial lives. And while our government continues to pursue our goal of creating jobs, growth, and long-term prosperity, we do so in tandem with the need to ensure Canadians can make informed financial choices that will generate the same results in their own household. In fact, since 2006, through a series of targeted regulations that together make up our consumer protection framework, we have seen real progress towards achieving that outcome. I'm going to give you a few measures that have taken place over the last several years. First of all, regulations in relation to credit agreements, such as credit cards, to limit business practices that were unfair to consumers. For example, there is now an effective minimum 21-day interest-free grace period on all new credit card purchases and a summary box on credit card statements to increase disclosure. Regulations concerning negative option billing, requiring federally regulated financial institutions to first obtain consumers' express consent before providing an individual with a new or optional product or service. Regulations on check hold periods that reduce the maximum check hold period to 4 days from the current 7 days on checks less than $1,500. Proposed regulations for prepaid credit card products that would require that certain information related to the fees and other details be provided to the consumer prior to issuance in a manner that is clear, simple, and not misleading. Further, in March, the Canadian Bankers Association released a new Code of Conduct of Mortgage Prepayment Information, which is available on the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada's website. En vertu du Code, les institutions financières fédérales participantes fourniront désormais nettement plus de renseignements aux consommateurs. Par exemple, les consommateurs qui décident d'accélérer le remboursement de leurs prêts hypothécaires en effectuant des paiements supplémentaires ou imprévus doivent être bien informés de tous les coûts qui se rattachent au paiement anticipé. The code requires federally regulated financial institutions to provide more information on how prepayment charges are calculated and how to pay off a mortgage faster without incurring prepayment charges. And finally, the code asks that each lender make available a toll-free number so borrowers can speak directly to knowledgeable staff members who will be able to provide them with the actual prepayment charge that would apply at that point in time. FCAC also has a role in this initiative. They have issued guidance, so participating institutions comply with the code. And it is highly relevant that this code was the product of collaboration between ourselves and the industry, who formally committed to improving consumer awareness. To all of these cooperative consumer efforts, we can today add the Homebuyers Roadmap. CREA leadership in developing the roadmap will help consumers make the right choices. In turn, this will help to create a much stronger economy here in Canada. And I'm delighted that realtors across Canada, and I see Ansel here from Ottawa, will now be able to put this kind of resource into the hands of their clients, because we all have a role to play when it comes to financial well-being. Après tout, on a tous un rôle à jouer, et je vous remercie sincèrement de la part du gouvernement fédéral, et j'aimerais continuer à voir ce qu'on a dans notre vision pour le futur. Thank you very much again. I look to more visionary ideas from all of you, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Shelley. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Commissioner of the Financial Consumer Agency of Canada, Ursula Menke. Ursula.
Thank you. Good morning. La feuille de route en vue de l'achat d'une maison est un excellent exemple de la collaboration entre le secteur privé et le secteur public pour transmettre des renseignements et des connaissances essentielles aux consommateurs. Je suis heureuse que l'ACFC ait eu l'occasion de participer à l'élaboration de ce guide. Celui-ci explique clairement aux consommateurs les étapes qu'ils doivent suivre lorsqu'ils font ce très important investissement, et il les aidera à apprendre ce qu'ils doivent savoir pour faire des bons choix dans leur propre situation. Le guide complète les ressources et renseignements que l'ACFC offre aux consommateurs qui envisagent d'acheter une maison et qui se trouve sur notre site web s'informer-c'est-payant.gc.ca. En bas? Voilà. Buying a home is probably the biggest financial decision most people ever make. In order to make the right decisions, ones that match their own circumstances and goals, consumers not only need information, but also basic financial knowledge. They require some money know-how, which is what financial literacy really is. At FCAC, we define a financially literate consumer as individuals who understand how the financial system works, how to manage their money, and how to make the choices that best suit their own needs and income. Unfortunately, many Canadian consumers do not have the knowledge they need to make the best choices. Based on the findings of a 2009 Statistics Canada survey on financial habits, behaviors, and attitudes, we know that amongst Canadians planning to purchase a home, 48% have saved less than 5% of the cost, 67% have saved less than 10% of the cost, 49% of Canadians do not have a household budget, nearly a third of all Canadians are struggling to keep up with bills and financial commitments. Only 40% of Canadians have a good idea of how much money they need to maintain their desired standard of living in retirement. These are just some of the issues that increasing financial literacy can help address. Ce mois de novembre est le deuxième mois de la littératie financière annuelle au Canada. Dans tout le Canada, les organismes communautaires et à but non lucratif, des organismes gouvernementaux, des établissements d'enseignement et des entreprises privées ont planifié plus de 200 ateliers, conférences, séminaires, webinaires, discussions sur Twitter et autres événements pour aider à transmettre des compétences et connaissances financières essentielles à une grande diversité de Canadiens. Je suis également heureuse de voir que l'ACI se joindre à ces efforts au moyen de la feuille de route en vue d'achat d'une maison, une excellente nouvelle ressource pour leurs courtiers membres qui peuvent faire connaître l'outil et l'information de l'ACFC à leurs clients. C'est exactement ainsi que le mois de la littératie financière a été conçu pour fonctionner. Les organismes du secteur privé, public et communautaire mettant à profit les ressources les uns des autres pour accroître les connaissances financières du plus grand nombre possible de consommateurs. In closing, I'd like to invite you all to get involved in Financial Literacy Month, take a seminar, or give one. Check out the calendar of events for your area on itpaystoknow.gc.ca down here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ursula, and appreciate both you as the Commissioner and Parliamentary Secretary being here to kick this off, and we're very excited to have this opportunity to work with you in this collaborative initiative. So again, thank you on behalf of the members of the Canadian Real Estate Association for joining us today and to enabling this initiative to take place.